a 15-9 comeback for Strife. 6 rounds in a row, and then the overtime victory to cap it off. We head down to a third map to see who's going to relegation and who isn't. My name's Fine, joined by Cole Action McHenry, as we're taking this map of Nuke.
Here we go. Aggression towards the ramp side. Extended play. Strife T side need to make things happen. It's going to be Jitter taking first contact. But he's doing a good job of staying alive here and what should be creating a bit of panic rotations. Now, that wouldn't be the case though in Detonate's camp, as they've already established their setup here. It's set in stone. Not really mobile as they plant their feet in towards the lower bomb site. Freshy's going to fall off of this ramp control. Now it's up to Florence alongside his teammate in Cryptic.
There's a big rotation as well, so you have a double setup. That's a great shot from Cryptic. Connects the next. No, it's Florence from the dark position that'll do that. And now the rotations have arrived, and it's Strife utterly smothered by Detonate to start off this one. They've gotten the opening pistol in all 3 maps.
Conversions have been a bit tricky there, especially on overpass, but I don't think that's going to be the case here today because of the fact that now we get no bomb plant. And so I think that's going to change things up just a little bit. Might allow them to actually capitalize off of that advantage.
See for now, but Strife. Alright, that's some spam down to the smoke, but they're down to the eco to begin off this game. So 1 Glock will be cleaned up. But we did see those individuals I want to talk about from that previous map of Strife begin to heat up. Particularly, Eyes on Jitter was doing some great work throughout that first map. And the same could go for Infinite as well with the 4-man spray down to close out the map.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking out for them to be opening up those sites. But for now, it's Detonate. They get a cool, clean, calm, easy round for them. 2-0.
Nicely done. Quick and easy right there. They do capitalize off of that big advantage that they have. And now comes down to this T side. What can they offer here on the Strife camp on the first gun round? We talked about it a little bit. Again, we got a hint to what Strife's nuke looked like just the other day, just yesterday that is. And it was promising for a couple of rounds here and there. But for the most part, EG kind of dominated them. I just liked what I saw out of them in some rounds that were working out, where they were patient with their defaults. They were very solid when it comes to some of the opening picks, and now they have one of those opening picks there into Cryptic. They can start to really hold things down. Brett's taking heavy fire as well, so this is what Strife are going to do really well. Find those opening advantages and force re-aggression.
Yeah, Nate, they might just turtle into a setup instead of trying to expand and worsen their advantage. They might just hope that the play comes right to them. It's essentially only Florence who could put up the hold down in secret, and he might need to as 3 players do descend.
Stuck the way on in. Patience could pay off here, but they still have Florence as the big deterrence factor here. With the molly as well, this could create some chaos. It just depends on how well he times this one. Jump spots should immediately ring the alarm bells here. Even worse is this boost that could come through. But there's a spot, and there's the molly. Infinite gonna run past it, but the rest of the team not so fortunate. Brett diving down the vents, but no way he could anticipate Infinite there, and Florence rather. Shutting the door in their face, but there's only 15 seconds. They have to go down B, and Florence, you just can't get it done.
Yeah. I mean, okay, well, flying around the corner. Actually, MP9 will get the job done, but a 1v4. This is going to be the first round up for Strife. And even the bye next round isn't pretty here for Detonate, so early start, I would actually hand advantage over to Strife. They've done some alright damage in the previous round. Now they will begin to sweep on through. You do see Jolts. Is he going to clear his corners? He will. No gun save there for Detonate. And if I were them, I think I would consider the save here.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest of economy here. But it might just be enough. Who knows? We'll see if that's the case. Yeah, I think with the Cryptic buying into that Deagle, they're going to go for a bit of a half-see. So no big deal. A little bit more contained here are the boys over at Detonate, as they know what they can do with the remainder of this half. Sacrifice this round here. Maybe it's not a sacrifice, though, if Brett can land kills like that. What a pre-fire right there. You can only have so many bullets, so bold call to make, but always answers back there from Infinite.
Cryptic has dropped down at the same time, though, and Micro, he was pre-aiming for his swing, and Reck chooses his timing well. Reck hasn't even reloaded since that first kill. Doesn't want to reveal his position. There's only 6 bullets to spare. It's going to have to be clean. I need to pick up that AK come his next opponent. But I don't even think the play's coming his way. They've already made their way down Secret, and we should see the preceding end of this round. If Strife get this good T-side start, be a pretty big difference to how these games have gone. We've seen Detonate get some pretty big leads. They had a 10-5 lead at the half in the previous map, as well as they were leading 6-0 at the beginning of Ancient. It changed up the storyline a bit here in this series so far.
Certainly would be a welcome change. A little bit of spam almost got his teammate, but wait a second. Brett, might have used a reload there. It could have come useful, but Snake's going to close out the last 2 kills. We will tie things up at 2s. Nicely done right there, coming through from Strife. A little bit costly there, but no big deal. Immediately, Florence wielding his AWP. The rest of the team able to buy up around it as well. And now can Strife get off to a pretty confident T side is the question. Seeing their capabilities here on this map. It's been a map that they have wielded for a long time. Again, when they've tried to establish their identity, Nuke was one of those maps that they really take a liking to underneath the stamina banner. So I imagine there's some comfort, some confidence on this one. Granted, quite a few changes since he's been on the team last.
This is a cool push here from Micro. It's a good flick over to also take down Joel's. They're going to walk the op of Florence there, but I don't think the communication was quite in there for Detonate. Maybe you want to hold on to that advantage. They don't need to push any further. So maybe just saying, hey, we don't need to keep going here.
Holding on to an advantage would be something that Detonate could really utilize here. If you remember what that overtime looked like, a couple of advantages have fallen apart, fallen to pieces. Now, the speed bomb site is being tested. Reck moving in with the rest of his teammates, but he does need a strike here as Brett's gone proactive. Looking to dice up these fights. Infinite has all of a sudden cracked things open.
Florence and Freshie has already made that rotation down, however.
Oh,
he's actually behind the silo. Surprise, Infinite. Nice try on the plant. Looking for the next, and Reck had no idea where to look. Freshie's going to double up to close down the round. And it's 3-2 there for Detonate. They almost handed the advantage away, but Freshie's got it locked in.
Yeah, trying to collapse there on the ramp side a little too quickly. Almost came back to bite them big time right there, but they avoid that harsh reality. Able to hold on their advantage. Their lead. For now, it's going to be an AWP. Still maintained. Florence hoping that he can use that towards the outer yard, taking some deep positioning, but also not giving over any opportunities. Infinite could just strike from above. Not excellent coverage for this angle. You can see someone's watching it. Cryptic close by. Trying to help out, but no one's making their move just yet. Infinite, oh, this could be really tricky. If he's able to sneak away just be perfect, but they will void off the setup eventually. They're fearful of a vent drop.
And just at that moment, Infinite makes the drop down on the mini position, so falling very far back. Now met with a blocker's smoke. I'll keep Florence at bay for the moment. He has to extend outward, and that makes him vulnerable to these flashbangs, so he's going to get blinded off, take a pot shot, and have to fall back, and now they start to press the issue onto Florence's op. He has to keep eyes in multiple positions. An interesting nade, to say the least, and, well, never mind. Maybe not even needed, as Florence, he's starting to get run down from multiple different positions. Cryptic, though, swings around, takes down Jitter, looks for the next. Wreck sees an opportunity, though. He's going to push the issue, but Snakes is going to take down Cryptic anyways. Florence doesn't even realize the danger that looms. 20 seconds. He's going to drop into the site. He almost... Goodness, he could have died there if he decided to jump up. Micro falls next, and Florence, oh, you're dead, man, surely. The trade's going to be there. The plant should be to boot as well. We're going to see Strife. They're looking good for 3-all as Freshies just been sitting at the bottom of Nuke on that B site.
Yeah, this is a bit of an atypical way to play out this game. It feels like they're, I guess gambling is the right word, towards the B side there. Pretty early on in these rounds with some information, but I think Strife are starting to become aware of that, especially with Freshies in that last round finally striking from above to close out. Right, a little bit early, a little bit premature on some of those lower rotates. And sure, it's going to work out for you every once in a while, but now that Strife are starting to read in on this position, it's seriously costly in the next round, the very next round, in fact. So, excellent reaction there from Strife. Perfect read of the situation, taking advantage of that weak upper bomb site. And it works out wonderfully for them.
And so Detonate actually they're gonna force. This could make the game go very out of hand. This is double eco territory for Detonate. Falter here, and there will be problems. They're gonna go for the lobby crunch, but I hear Joel's is outside, and he hears every single footstep. They're gonna take their time. They're gonna scoop up that bomb. But Detonate, they clear out lobby. They disperse quickly, and they go to stack up a site. This is their win condition right here with these pistols.
Right bomb site there, Infinite. Oh, but he's going to dole out a headshot, not able to land it in time.
Cryptic, though.
Ooh, Cryptic able to land the off angle, but only good for one. Again, nice trade from Infinite. And again, look at this, identifying the same exact issue that proved to be costly in the last round here. This weakened upper bomb site. They've stacked a little bit too much presence there towards the lower side here, but Breck goes proactive. Breck gonna open up the doors here, and Breck gonna move on in. These footsteps heard on the top of T roof, so I think they should be weary. This, Joel's calling over to his teammates, but maybe not. Brett's able to strike. Get up safely for now, but no longer.
James Braun drop. Or the Tom Cruise drop, rather. That's Mission Impossible right there. And it works out well. Florence is going to try and go up the ladder to his demise. Wreck cleaning up. And I'll go ahead and mention it again. We are in eco territory for Detonate. And it's not even that good because the rifles that they'll be able to purchase up are lacking for sure. This is going to be an awkward game state that Detonate have found themselves in. We're going to see Strife up to 5 if, you know, they can convert the full USP round. I haven't actually seen a full USP round one. Okay, you know what? I'll take that back. It was a game on Mirage, Cole. And something happened in Palace that we don't talk about. That was the last time we saw a full eco win.
Feels like a whole lifetime ago.
It does. It does. But, Cole, it was only about 2 weeks ago now?
You really played out a whole season in between.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually, it was 3 weeks ago. Don't worry about it. It was a lifetime ago for people who are 3 weeks old. If anyone is 3 weeks old and watching this game and can comprehend what I'm saying, you're pretty smart.
Next Ivy right there, just
Next
The
time,
chosen
bro.
one. Getting you started from birth.
He's watching NA ECL. It starts. You gotta start him quick here, Cole. You gotta start him quick.
You start in ESL, then you're really just looking to be the like content machine rather than like the best Counter-Strike player in the world.
What are you saying, Cole? What are you saying?
I'm saying, you take a look at your Twitter. You see some of the clips going on there. They're great content. It's good fun.
It's great. It's great for, you know, fun times. Cutlery, for sure. And 1v5s that just happen. And maps of Mirage, if you like that.
You like Mirage. Good for the content.
I'm actually wondering if it's actually... Does NA statistically pick Mirage more? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna try and find that out. Does NA... I'm looking at NA ECL compared to EU ECL. So far, for Season 43, there have been 21 Mirage picks. Now, if I go over to Europe... let's see here. Okay, we actually do have an important gun round to talk about, but I do like these stats.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable here, especially... We talked about this being like the odd one out veto in this series in particular. So, you can see the variety in the map pool. Strife, though, putting an excellent T side so far. They got to be happy with 5 rounds, but they also want a little bit extra. They want a little bit more here, and look at the space that they've just taken here in ramp. Ooh, Micro, I think he was trying to rotate, but he's
trying to, and that is a big error now because he has to go down the vents to rotate. Freshy's the only player in real position as his teammate's just been smoked out. He's in that control room though, and he'll come away with a double. Snakes couldn't hit the shot either. Brett finds another onto Infinite as he runs through the single door smoke. Looking to close it out. Freshy takes the op. No connection on the no scope, but the finisher is there from Florence. It was such an awkward round, but Freshy comes away with a triple.
Yeah, that's the value here. I talked about it. It's very rapid in which they stack over that lower bomb site, and in this occasion, luckily for Detonate, it works out in their favor. And I honestly think that Strife were anticipating some sort of adaptation because they've been constantly pressuring that upper bomb site through the outer yard, given that it's weak, given that Freshies isn't really a piece of the puzzle. He's not really playing out that ramp room. He's just rotating in through the lower bomb site within like 20 seconds of the round. So there's that weakness, and Strife were exploiting that time and time again. I think they were expecting a reaction, so they just turn up the heat towards the lower bomb site, expecting that Detonate would send the resources elsewhere, but they couldn't have been more wrong. They just keep up with the same game plan.
And so Strife fall back on the back foot for a bit. And we do have Detonate eking themselves back into this game. It was a bit of a messier purchase as well. Florence did manage to get himself out an AWP in that previous round, but hasn't been able to strike. This is one of Florence's best maps, all things said, as an offer. Hasn't been a great time so far this series, rather. And the season as a whole, I would say. But this is his territory. To try and make matters happen on that A site and outside. We'll see how he manages snakes.
So he was going to walk right into his crosshair. I don't know if Snake's ever popped off a shot. No, it was actually Cryptic. Sticking around there. Again, I just want you all to note the mini-map at the moment. Freshies is just committed towards lower already. This is what's so interesting about this team here. He's always sticking around towards this lower bomb site. This time, though, he's a little bit more proactive, more towards that secret position, and maybe that can offer up success here, but already moving past the Infinite, including the bomb in that mix. A little bit of jiggling coming through. Freshy's trying to keep him at bay.
In the meantime, though, Joel strikes down Brett. We're towards, I believe, gosh, and Nuke mini-map is a different beast.
It's tricky.
I'm not even gonna try, Cole. They're entering onto the ace. A Micro just found a double kill from that angle. That is incredible. Next up is Cryptic to take down Snakes. This round started off great for Strife. There's still possibilities. An avenue opened up into the B site, and the rotations have yet to arrive. Infinite will get the plant, but But Detonate, they're fast. They're hot on the heels. A good flash, maybe to nullify Florence, and they will. Wreck, an excellent headshot. No flick there for Florence. 2 versus 2, and Wreck has snuck back away in towards this dark position. Surely they recognize that as they clear out these angles. In the meantime, though, Cryptic, he's just gonna jump through control room. Wreck to make a play. The first kill is in. He turns up. He couldn't convert it on the Cryptic, though. And he does have the kit for the defuse. We're gonna see 5-all now as Detonate creep on back.
Oh, man. What a great clutch right there from Cryptic. Narrowly scraping that across the finish line, but tying things up at 5s. Big time for Detonate. Needed that round. They couldn't really afford to give over much else to Strife, including what would have been a big reset round for them. Strife could have just started to run away with this half here on the T side of Nuke. Honestly, we watched them, again, just want to highlight this, yesterday, and Evil Geniuses shut them out on the T side of their Nuke, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really bode well, but again, I don't really want to compare prior results here, but either way, a fast A play Infinite gonna make things work, and a little bit labored there is Brett dancing around 30 bullets, but maybe getting a little bit too trigger happy.
And they're just locked out here. Freshie and Cryptic might consider the same as another Molly comes through. They have lineups as well to stop. Because normally that one way extinguishes that Molly. They actually have the lineups for it. They're gonna try this execute. Wreck is a little bit late to the play. Man, everyone's running out of ammo. Freshie needs to get on this defuse as soon as possible, though. In this 1v2, Wreck is gonna flank through heaven and finish the job. So 6-5 now for Strife, and the problem for Detonate continues as they have bottomed out on cash again.
Yeah, well, I guess they figured it out in the very next round, and it proves to be even more costly. Over in the Detonate camp, right? You can see that the money has been broken in 2. In fact, it's enough to encourage a force buy here. We already talked about this a little bit, but these kind of risky force buys, now this is the second time in this half that we've seen it. Last time it got punished, and you can see it in the scoreline. If it gets punished again, that's going to be a winning half for Strife, almost guaranteed. How brutal would that be? Detonate. I want to just reiterate here, they had a chance here to close this one out. They had 6 of them in the prior map. Now they're staring down the barrel of losing out this half on the CT side of Nuke. That is a scary spot to be in.
Be sent to relegation in this fashion as well for Detonate is gonna be a tough one for a team that came in with a lineup that was certainly strong with the pickup of Brett. To reinvigorate themselves. Maybe a round like this could be the turning point. They have to force down again. If they're able to pick this one up, they can keep themselves afloat. Stay level with Strife. Trying to keep these purchases going. Strife in the meantime.
Nice little opening advantage that's been manufactured by Freshie. Like you said, it's a risky one. Talked about it, but I mean, if they can make it work here, that's certainly going to be welcome. But Wreck has gotten himself on the fence. He's got a big rotation that he can cut off, and it puts all the weight of the world on Freshie's shoulders, who's already found the first kill, but needs to find, well, 3 more, essentially.
This is a good angle, though. I mean, if he gets a one and done, maybe that can work with that. No, they don't predict him. He gets a 3rd. Unbelievable.
Oh.
A triple kill on a solo CZ. A hero moment, but Micro not ready for that play. Wreck reads one back. He gets another. He's stopping these vent drops. They keep dropping into his jaws. Florence doesn't have a way to rotate either. So it's this 1v1 between Brett and the site player of Jitter. Down the vents goes Florence right into the jaws of Wreck. That's his triple kill on the round. And Wreck, the Jiggle Peak game. Brett, he only has a FAMAS. He doesn't have head armor. Wreck could leap across and find that headshot. And Brett, he doesn't have a kit either. Toying with them right now is Wreck. When will that swing come through? He sees him, he gets him off the bomb again, and now he has to try and stick the whole darn way. He's toying with them right now. No, you cannot get knifed. You cannot get knifed. Unbelievable. Why does ECL keep giving me these moments, Cole?
No. Not again.
He just let himself get knifed. He just let himself get knifed.
Absolutely wild.
Just take out your pistol and shoot him.
This is what I'm talking about right there, though. I think we might be cursed. I think it's you and I. Something is going on. Something's been in the water this season. Something's not right, and definitely the case right there for Detonate. I said that Freshie, he essentially needed to get 3. That was because of the positioning of Wreck right there, and it showed. Sure, Freshie's, he went monstrous in that last round, but with Wreck deep in the vents, cutting everything off, it wasn't enough.
We're just never meant to get real Counter-Strike, are we? No, this is, I mean, another round where Detonate. Okay, there's some damage. Jesus, these CZs have been putting in some serious work this game. We'll go ahead and hand that one off to his teammate. But, I think Jitter might have heard both players there. Or maybe he didn't. Oh, the flick around almost took down Freshie. That reaction speed from Jitter was insane. But, yeah, this is going to lock in this one. Plant. No kit. We're going to see 8 here for Strife.
That we will. Oh, man, I'm still recovering. Luckily, we had this round to give us some time to breathe here. But this is a winning half from Strife. Things are starting to look a little bit bleak for Detonate at the moment. I'm sure it's in the back of their heads. Frustration kicking in. Some of these very, very unfortunate rounds. Some of these really awkward misplays as well. Just diving down the vent, trying to trade a MAC-10 when you don't have head Kevlar, I feel like is one of the scariest plays that you can make, and it feels like Detonate really wishing that they could close out that last map. Now, again, I don't want to count them out just yet. We haven't even finished the first half, but it's looking good so far for Strife. Freshie's looking to turn the tides, though.
In the meantime, Brett almost burned down to 0. And oh, he takes a leg shot. He's down to 11. Now some team damage actually just came through. Jitter tagged up his teammate and almost got Jolt killed. So we still sit 4v4. Somehow, Cole.
Oh, there's a trade, but answered back from Micro and very swiftly. They're going to walk into this ramp setup. They're going to be in for a nice little treat there. Florence and Freshies combining. So ready for this attack.
And that's the start. Snakes goes down instantly, and there's no way you're checking this. Freshies even got some extra damage down range, and while Wreck has just one-tapped him. He's down to 1 HP. To back that statement up. Up the vents goes Cryptic here. And the drop, that's just going to be bait. Ooh, Cryptic. I think Cryptic just saw the barrel. And so the round's done. Alright, a 6th round for Detonate, but Strife already have that guaranteed half lead. Can Detonate make anything do of this? Closing out to half is the first step.
Yeah, they would need 7, I would argue. Again, Strife, I talked about it. It showed real struggles versus EG, but again, everyone had been doing that, and EG, they looked a little bit unstoppable in their matchup, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think that their CT sides are going to show more face today than they did just yesterday. But that confidence, or the lack thereof, could still be haunting them. So they want every last extra round that they can gather, and one more wouldn't hurt, that's for sure. 9 rounds on the T side would be so welcome to your spam, nearly on the money. Reload encourages some spam right on back, but right into Cryptic's jaws they go. Only good for 1 though. Not a bad trade coming through from Jitter. It's a sacrifice of an Tech 9 as they get on to 4 AKs left.
So a slow creep right now, but Detonate, they feel the need to push the issue here in the 4v4. You see Freshy start to make his way up towards Secret. He has an excellent timing onto Infinite. That is also the bomb, and he'll collect the kill. Brett finds the next, winning every duel right now. Joel's just walks right into Micro. Detonate are on the play right now. They're good to close down this half. They're still at a deficit at the side swap, but it is something to work with. Now, Snake's up top. I think the Shadow was just spotted. You're not making it out of this one. Detonate at least close things down here, Cole. We'll bring this one to a break to see if they can still fight against Strife.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
The final half of this series to see who is going to relegation and who can keep their heads above water for the next season in ECL. My name is Fine, joined by Cole Extra McHenry as we're taking away Nuke, Strife and Detonate, and Strife have the lead.
And here we go. Like you said, a lot on the line right now, and Cryptic proving it, looking for some fiery shots as he so often does. Man, this guy's gonna be an absolute beast towards that outer yard. He's one to fear. He's one that you need to take down here, and Jitter looking for an opportunity, but nothing connecting. The rest of the team making their entries towards the L side of things, and they're taking deep spot positionings.
They are going further and further into the CT defense, though. A couple of players were towards that ramp room, but they decided to go descend down low, and that might be to Detonate's demise, because the setup is here for Strife, but it's not working out. 2 headshots come through from Brett. He's been a demon on these pistol rounds, and it leaves Reck in a 1v3. Smoked out, runs through, cannot best Brett. It's 8 alls. Detonate, pick it up.
Tied up at 8s right there. That's a big pistol round to win. Like you said, Brett's been an absolute beast on the pistols. They get the job done. I'm just so shocked about that pacing right there. For both teams, that felt like they were just shaking hands. They're like, guys, let's go ahead and meet towards that lower bomb site. They both agreed.
Just around lower bomb site, anyone? Any takers?
Yeah, let's just get a little 5v5, a little action towards the outer yard. Everyone was like, sure, why not?
All right, well, back to the outer yard now for Detonate on this anti-force buy, as Strife have decided to purchase up into the 5.7s. These little pocket guns have certainly taken over the meta. I've mentioned it before on broadcast, but people are not force buying deagles anymore. This weapon seems to be the weapon of choice for the force.
Just a little too powerful, isn't it? Just does so much damage. Headshots can rain on out. Close range, especially on a map like Nuke, you want this, but look at that. Oh, perfect timing for Florence to drop, and Strife.Jitter eventually able to land it. But there's Joel.
It's a 5-7.
There's a close range. He has help from Infinite as well. That's bomb dropped outside of the smoke, and a Galil to upgrade, but oh, maybe a little bit too forward.
Still, though, the bomb is in full control right now for Strife. And it's up to Freshy to make the next move. He could backstab on the play here, and no one's really in position to watch this for Strife. We'll start to creep down, and the glass is broken, so Freshy could creep on through without making a sound.
Ooh,
And that timing's unreal. Is Jitter gonna check his back? He won't. He's about to get backstabbed. And there it is. But the bomb picked up. They know exactly where Wreck is. They've just gotten the bomb for free. He gets a Galil at a minimum. Do they not realize that Wreck was in the vents this entire time? He's gonna swing the door. He's gonna have an opportunity. But Micro's gonna be able to convert. They beat the force buy and Detonate get the optimal start.
Wow, that's huge right there. Excellent recovery. Again, it comes down to a big game of timing, but so is Counter-Strike. Detonate able to squeak that one through. It was a little bit costly, but now we're starting to look at double digits here for Detonate. And on top of that, we're going to see some of those struggles rear their head. These slow starts from Strife on their defensive halves continuing to show up in the server. Going to provide massive issues, but a nade strike down onto these Detonate players. That's massive damage on a Brett and a kill confirmed.
I mean, even Florence under some trouble, but good move there from Freshy to take some space out from Hut and towards that A site. Now, Infinite is looking for Florence. If Florence dares stand up, he might lose his head, but Infinite's gone. Florence is going to make the move. He's so committed on this play, though. He's so close to Mini. I mean, Snakes is just gonna push up and he can just knife him real. Oh my goodness. Now as the smoke fades though, the jig's up. There was a chance there for Snakes, but instead, Florence is still gonna go down, this time at the hands of Jitter. Now while they will make their way down towards the lower site, Micro with the bomb, they're losing players and fast. Jitter gets another one on that deagle. Brett reveals his position, but he finds a way to get both. So low, 5 HP, gets the job done. Now Jitter, he needs an instant headshot. That's not happening against Micro. It's 10-8, but the full eco took down 4.
Yeah, with that, you gotta be happy. You gotta take your wins where you can get them right there, and on top of that, Snake's going to have enough money for an AWP, and he does bring it out. Match paused again. A lot of pressure on these two teams here. And this is proving to be a very, very close game right now. So no one wants to make the mistake. Detonate calling in this timeout despite winning the first 3 rounds because things got a little bit shaky there in that last one. They want to rebuild their foundation. They could kick things off with that gun round, get off to this 0-5 start T-set of Nuke. It's going to at least let them get closer and closer to finishing the job here.
If Strife pick up this round, I mean, that single-handedly can change the tempo of this half. But it really, the ball is in Strife's court to stop this early momentum from Detonate. they have the stride for themselves early in this half. Do want to see Snakes and Joels get activated. Two really strong players in their own right, who we know have ability. Get things done. Cryptic, the sprint. They're just running. Everyone's running down the molly. Farm up that utility damage. They are in, and that allows easy cleanup here for Infinite. What a flick for the triple kill for Infinite, utterly shutting down Detonate.
That is clinical. I mean, all of those players were one-shot headshots right there, but you still have to nail it like that. And that is so, so pretty. Joel's has spotted out this little lurk from Freshy's, calmed it over as well, and gets him on the escape. That HG nearly took care of Infinite. Would have been an unfortunate end to his round, but Florence, you sneaky, but oh, not enough.
You just got him erased outside. I mean, and the one criticism here for Detonate is that Florence has been out of the play. He has one of the least amount of deaths, but also the least amount of kills, which, you know, speaks dividends to the activity of your primary AWP player. He has not been activated, and that is a bit of a discomforting sign. See if he can get things moving against the defense. Because Detonate need a hero with Freshy and Brett having such incredible rounds to their names.
They certainly do. Again, going with the same exact play, just running it right on back, and
here comes Infinite.
oh, again, he's here.
No shot, he does this again, right? Round two, on first headshot, good. Dinked on the next, though, so it's a bit strugglesome here. But he has Jitter, but that's a great nade to finish the job. Jitter now out in the open. He's about to get wrapped. He's about to get finished. Rotations have arrived, though, and they don't have a... Do they have a smoke? That has been expended towards the double doors. There's really no space to cross as another HE strikes true onto a Detonate player. 3 HP on Freshy, but a plant is a plant.
Gotta be enough here. Wreck is sticking around the vent side, and it's being covered. It's being watched like a hawk. There's no dropping. And he can't really be a part of this retake.
They've let go of the
late in
vents.
game.
They just let go of that vents position. So as they move in, they're drawing all this attention away. When will Wreck begin his move into the back line? He's moving now. He's ready to take care of the single door, but he's down. Joel's at the same time falls. It's a 1v1. Snakes running for it. No, he doesn't have time. He doesn't have a kit. This is a big, big round for Detonate to pick up. Florence, he doesn't know yet, but he'll go down. Detonate get the round.
Ooh, just a sigh of relief right there. They run that same play back, saying that Infinite, he won't do it again. He nearly does. But they're able to do just enough damage to land the trade, just create enough chaos to collapse on that bomb site. And it works out wonderful for them. Detonate able to squeak that round on in, but it does mean that 5 have gone down, and it does apply a lot of pressure on this economy, whereas Snakes was able to save his AWP, and they get a healthy purchase in the very next on Strife's camp.
Big pivot round ahead of us right now. Are we just gonna... They're gonna throw the same smokes again. And they're gonna see if Strife bite down on it. And they kind of have. They've left the A site pretty underdefended. But that timing has quickly gone. As there are 3 players in position to hold. They're gonna pop out through the hut position. Joel's blinded up. It will be traded out upon, but Wreck at the back of the site. Double kill for him. 22 kills to his name so far. A hell of a performance, but is finished off. 2v3 now. Molly's in towards heaven, forcing these players away. You do got to get that plant ASAP.
I'm able to punch in those numbers and looking for the retake effort. They joined forces in mini, a lot of presence here, whereas Jitter looks to strike from above through heaven. And Snake's going to be the first prong of approach.
Oh, Brett goes down trying to transition away, and Freshy cannot double up onto Snakes. It's a retake there for Strife, and a very big round to win. Detonate can take consolation that they got themselves a plant, but Strife now, they take the driver's seat in this game.
It's a big relief right there. The answer back. Now, Bomb Plant is going to at least offer up some solace to Detonate. They have something to work with here in this round. It's got to be a couple of pistols brought in, but not completely empty-handed. But I think we're looking at a likely tied-up scoreline. Unless they can make some magic happen with these pistols. Another pause called in here.
Strife calling in a timeout, surprisingly.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly that here. It's what you would have to imagine of a very simple, straightforward round coming up in this one. But you should know that this is going to be a pretty light purchase. You killed all 5 2 rounds ago. Last round, you were able to win it despite that bomb plant. Again, there's just no money. There's nothing left in reserve.
So, I mean, they will have a purchase next round, but we're going to see Strife potentially equalizing. See, I never want to be speaking absolutes. I don't want to call rounds done. Because things can always happen. I mean, Brett's deagle is the one thing I remember when they were playing against EG that was singing for them. So, we'll see if it turns up. The one source of hope here for Detonate. You're gonna see a bit of a run boost. They flubbed it a little bit, Cole. Outside they go into Joel's M4. He has red out of ammo. Does have that reload ready. And so, Detonate, I guess, round 2 on the mini split. And Joel's is here to just clean up all these pieces.
Have yourself some fun. Oh my goodness gracious. That's some sharp shooting right there from Joel's. Exactly why he looks to lead the pack here for Strife when it comes to the season here, but he will finish the job. Able to win it with the USP 1 HP, keeping things flawless, grabbing the ace. Beautiful stuff coming through from Joel's. Again, big confidence builder as it has been back to the Rec and Infinite show here from map 1. And that's promising because this time they only need 5 more CT rounds to close this one out.
Just a few more for Strife. Win this, and again, we're gonna see an economic reset of Detonate, and that relegation comes ever so closer as Florence outside gets removed early, and there's nothing Detonate can do to recoup their losses. They're gonna bunny hop in towards the ramp position, and yeah, they're gonna get punished. A double kill for Jitter. Freshie making an incredible effort for his unit so far this game, as he's still top of the server.
Wow. Yeah, he has had a hell of a game. He's been putting up so many heroic efforts, so many attempts. And it might not be enough here. Someone else needs to step up alongside him. Someone needs to support. Brett has been doing a great job. It is 2-on-4. Well, that would be a great way to prove yourself, but it's a tough ask. Infinite has instantly reclaimed it, but Brett strikes, and they're waiting for this re-aggression here. Freshie's not watching the right angle. We're not expecting that re-aggression, and a brutal way to go down. A brutal end to that round.
A tough one. I believe his footsteps that could have been heard towards mini. But he needs to get the bomb, and I think that's actually been spotted in towards lobby. Yeah, that's tough. Brett, that's a good opener, though. 25 seconds. He needs to get the bomb and plant. And Infinite is letting him have it. How interesting. Yeah, I mean, the thing is here, he's taking just simply too much time. He's going to make his way through Hut. He's going to try and cross out onto the site, and despite Joel's being low, that could have been an opportunity for Brett. He just had no idea where to look. It's the lead now for Strife.
I mean, if he just landed one stray bullet, Jules would have gone down, and all of a sudden that gets a world of a lot more difficult right there. But they avoid that harsh reality. They play on a little while longer here, Strife in winning ways. And it's going to be a tough buy. And Detonate feeling some of that pressure. We've already talked about it, 6 chances to close out in the map prior. And now to fall on Nuke, it would be tough scenes. Florence, a little bit of fancy footwork here, gonna swing his way in towards Mini, but it's only a faster death for him.
These jumps have been heard here from Micro, or Maybe not. Maybe not registered here by snakes. But the rest of the pistols are going to get picked off here. I couldn't. The Glock, unfortunately. Any other weapon. And perhaps. But these sneaky pistols will be dispatched of. It's just Freshy. Jitter's about to get a jump scare. If Freshy chooses to wide swing this. There's literally no reason for either player to move. Except for the clock, of course, for Freshy. So, oh, there you go. That's a jump scare. That'll make you lean back in your seat a bit. But, no bomb.
Hello.
No way.
I think he spotted him. Yeah, there's the register. And there's the kill. A little extra damage for the guy. 26. And almost finds one more wreck. Almost messed that one up a little bit there, but does recover. Gets that aim punch, gets that advantage, and gets 13 for his team right there. Again, another purchase, but again, it's getting scarier as time goes on. Detonate, they need to find the winning formula. They got the pistol, they got the following 2 rounds thereafter. Gun rounds have been scarce, though. Only...
Single one.
1 round.
Only a single gun round one, and... no one survived that round, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
As Snakes was in the 1v1 and just didn't have the kit. Now Strife are fully armed to the teeth. They're on a level playing field with their opposition. And this is where things are going well with 4 in a row. Freshy, waiting for it. Oh, wow. A dink still there from Infinite, but the trade's instant from Wreck.
Valuable member to take down again. You want to take down this heroic character here for Detonate. 27 frags. He's been doing so much work for his team, but now he has to watch from the sidelines. Brett, last time it looked like he was going to make things happen, but...
It's Joel's. It's Joel's. The off angle, the headshot's instant. Drop the molly. He's not even falling back to the steps. He wants to brawl. And he gets another. It's just Florence. 1v4, and this is an impossible situation on such low HP. It's 14 for Strife.
No one's able to deal with how sharp Joel's has become here quickly. Just nailing some headshots. That's a confident play from him as well. Sticking around there, waiting for them to push the molly, waiting for them to aggress. He doesn't fall back. He knows he can hold his lines. He's confident in himself. And surely that's enough to secure Strife 15. It's going to be a very much so lacking purchase. A couple of Tech 9s, Freshy's wielding the AK, which you absolutely love to see. You want to give him a little bit of chance, opportunity to be the hero that we know he can be, and out towards A they go.
Oh, but the flash is a bit of a team flash there onto Florence, but 2 kills come back. Thing is the attacking side is taking a beating in the process, and they have yet to plant that bomb, so their utility can start fading soon. But a re-smoking towards mid, he can get them time. Jitter decides to swing out. That nade, though, that nade is going to finish the job. Cryptic cannot escape his inevitable doom. And they still... oh, they do. They get the bomb. They go down vents. Chances, but these footsteps have been heard. Micro will be able to get the cross for free, and Freshy, he heard the rotation. He takes down Joel's. Snakes to clutch 1v2 or Detonate, pick up an eco round. And Micro, oh man, that was Freshy on 6 HP. This man's just a hero.
He can't be stopped right now. 30 frags right there to secure it. I said I want to see Freshy's get a chance to do damage in this round. He had the hero AK, the only one to purchase in it, and he makes it happen. He finds massive impact with it. It's so worth the money that was spent because it finally wins him another round. Detonate. They break their curse. They started to break the chains here, and one more round converted here, and they can start to break through in this half.
A great mid-round call to go down the vents, and some heroic shots being hit here by Freshy. But this time, it's a new play. But hard clearing outside, Cryptic. He just has the better gun for the job. A dink for a headshot, but that's a trade Detonate will take.
It's just not something that you see cleared ever, right? You always see players overlook that, but Cryptic able to check it fully. Able to cover all his bases. Incredible awareness. An opening pick, that's been a rare occurrence for this roster, but it's so welcome, even despite that low HP.
What's going on here? Florence lining up some outside utility. Try and allow them to split through. In the meantime, Reck, there's no molly for this position. This is such a powerful one that he gets to play. Mows down the first two, and a triple kill for Reck. This round, it was so Detonate until it wasn't. 15-12.
Oh, Reck, he just breaks their heart rate there. Like you said, one missing molly is enough to break all the hearts right there of Detonate. That is incredibly brutal. Freshy's just buying up into an op immediately. A scary situation. Freshy's keeping the op as well. I want to note this. This is a play that you only make when you're stepping up like Freshy's is. Where's he going to go with it, though? Clearly, he has a game plan, and clearly he has an idea, and he's going to test the outer yard. He has some extra resources. Cryptic on the boost.
And series point for Strife, but that's a good opener there. Freshy takes up the AWP, now 31 kills for him. Strife considering that re-aggression as the smoke fades, but instead, they'll split up down the vents, up on the A site. Infinite doesn't want to try this again. Instead, Joel's went down the vents to clear outside. In the meantime, Jitter pushing in towards lobby, but Freshy's AWP is good enough. Cryptic deals with Infinite. And in this 2v5, Reck is the only one who's been able to say things here for Strife. He's been turning these rounds back on their head. Are we going to have another miracle moment? It has to be Joel's this time around, though. And planting out in the open, a low HP Cryptic, but on the opposite side of the double doors, he is safe. And Micro will convert that. We're going to see 13 here for Detonate. We still got more play on Nuke.
Reck has to get out of here. You won't, surely. Spotted out too many angles. Brett dealing the damage here. And look at the money. Like I said, breaking through potentially. What a call to make, though, from Freshies, man. Just one round that he asked for the op. Just one. And he delivers the 2 opening picks. How does he do it? He might just do it all for them right now. We see 32 kills on his name. We see a full eco. This has 30 written all over it. They're fighting for their life right now.
But it has to take a full eco for Strife. If that's the case... Oh my goodness. Oh, we're going all 30 rounds. We're going to the depth of the night. It's nearly midnight on the East Coast.
Late into it. That is for sure. Right now, opening pick manufactured here. Already. Florence delivering that. And wait, this flank. Oh no, this flank.
Oh
Freshies.
no!
That's a big name to take down early.
That's an op. That's an op for retrieval. Infinite gets his hands on it. We have a 3 versus 3. Make it 2. Unbelievable. It's the full eco. That might close it down. A 1v3 for Florence. He has to turn this game on its head. We've been going for 4 long hours. Is this how it ends?
Not a full USP eco. We don't see these ever.
Oh my goodness. Dropping down a mini. That's the first. He spotted out. He reveals his position. The bomb's on the ground, but Jitter, he gets an op. He could close the game with 1 bullet, but he misses. A chance here for Florence, but Jitter re-swings. That's that. A full USP round. And it is Detonate that head to relegation.
There's no way you said it. At the beginning of this game, you said, I haven't seen a USP eco. We saw one like earlier this season, and it comes and rears its ugly head again up against Detonate. My, oh my. That's one way to close it out from Strife.
Oh my goodness. It's been a long night.